I've been talking on mute this whole time, I think. Basically, I was saying I haven't been on. I haven't played Minecraft in about a year, so my controls are a little rusty. And the last time I played, I was playing Microsoft's version, so I'm like more familiar with its control settings on the Xbox controller than I am on my Logitech controller. I'm using a Logitech 310. I love this controller. I've owned several of them as they break down, and this one's already breaking down. The connection up here is like loose, so it'll cut out every once in a while. So I'm due for another one, but I love this controller. It's designed exactly like the almost exactly like the PlayStation controller. In fact, they have a model that has the PlayStation setup with like the triangle, square, circle, and X. And I have owned one of those before. I might even have one over there somewhere. But that other, and that was newer, of the 310 series. And the reason I went back to this old one, because I bought the replacement when I noticed that this one was breaking. But the reason I went back to this one is it has better like drift controls, I would call it, like where you can barely touch and then it'll respond, or you push all the way and it responds quickly. Where and in particular, if I play like Grand Theft Auto, if you barely hold the gas on the trigger, you can just hold it down lightly, and the car will barely move forward. Where that controller wouldn't allow me to do that, and I went through a bunch of settings and tried to find, like, I don't know, mods, I guess, or whatever, like add-ons for the controller to to hopefully get it to do that, but it wouldn't. So I went back to the old controller. But I do need to get another one eventually, because that connection is just gonna get worse, and eventually the wiring will break. So this is my current farm. See, I feel like I'm shouting over the volume, and I even turned it down already. Which is pretty decent. Sheep, chicken, cows, and pigs. But, and I only have a couple of horses. So I wanted to see if I could try to get a few more and put them in a fenced off area. And I think I have an area to put them in, but it's currently occupied by more cows and stuff. So I think I might go ahead and just slaughter those real quick and free that area up for the horses. Let's see. Let's get just a little bit of background music. I usually don't play games with their music, because I'll usually play my own music, but I'm not going to do that because, and I explained in a previous stream that I keep getting copyright strike, even though I thought I was playing free use, copyright free music, or that's what the playlist said, but I keep getting hit with copyrights, and that may not be a bad thing, but I don't want to risk restricting my content at all, so I'll just use in-game music. It's fine. That's my main house there. I've always built platforms. I always build up and then span out from there. And this platform has existed for years, or expanded for years, and gotten more and more complicated. And I'll demonstrate here in a moment how I start one of those, and then through time how it eventually expands to become like a mega platform like that. So anyways, this is my farm. Or no, no, no. This is that fenced area I was talking about, and it has these critters in it. But I'll go ahead and get rid of them because I don't need them. And I suppose they could live in here with the horses, but I don't see the point. I don't need them. And I think horses. Let me see. I feel like this should be too high for some reason. I'm gonna go see how I thought there was a way that you have to fence a horse into a stable with 2 sets of doors. I wonder why I thought that, but we'll find out here. Let me see. How do I? I'm just trying to figure out my controls real quick. Like I said, I was more familiar with. That's halfway. What is the keystroke to get to the food? Oh, there it is. All right. And then that goes to 1, and then 2. Okay, cool, cool, cool. No. Oh, I put them in a. I always put them in a lowered elevation. Is that what I'm doing? Huh. Oh, 2 doors wide. 2 doors wide. Maybe that's what it is. Whoa. So, I keep forgetting. That's gonna happen a lot until I get familiar with my own controls again. Because I think I could be wrong, but I think what I keep doing is I keep hitting what was the Xbox controls for bringing up your inventory. You see, I didn't bring any raw wood. That's alright, I got plenty of trees out here. I'll just take one down and replant it. Whoops. And then I have something for knocking down. Is it that? Yeah, there it is. I need to make a new one here, yep. And then let's make another one of those. Oh dear. It's gonna fight with me now. See if I can get a sapling and replace the tree. I always try to do that. No, no sapling, not one. Alright. That's alright, I'll come back to that. Because I have spares. I have plenty in storage. And then build this door here. Or is there a reason why I can't? I skip over it. There's fence. There it is. Alright. Okay. And it's gonna mess with the road though if I'll do this. It's gonna look a little weird, but I'll work with it. Go like that. I already have a fence piece, so I can reuse that, and we'll make one more. We'll just have it sink in a little bit. I'll show why in just a moment. Some of you probably already know why I'm doing that. I don't want placing these down to get rid of the road there. Oh yeah, you have to build them in 3s. Alright. And then boom. Okay. Good, good. Let's put this away. And then go store all that extra food and stuff. There is the ability to teleport in this on the server, and you set where you teleport to, which is really handy while I'm down in the caves, and I don't want to trek all the way back up or mess with the terrain too much to dig my way up. So I'll just teleport out, and then you can go back again. So that's really cool. But I try not to use the teleport too much if I'm just out and about like this, where it's not too inconvenient. I would rather just walk around. Now, I didn't, unfortunately, when I came back after lunch, I didn't check my audio settings, so I may not be even, my mic might not even be working, and I'll check that later in the VOD, but in the playback. But for now, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And if I'm not able to talk the whole time, it's not a big deal. Folks will be able to see. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. Minecraft is mostly about what you're doing rather than what you're saying anyways. Wow. Saplings aren't as common as they used to be. It seems like. I don't know. Oh dear. See, that's why I put these vines on my buildings. It's for that very reason, because I just fell off and I would have died otherwise. So I put the vines up to help prevent that. That was dumb. Can I reach that one? I can. Good, good. I'm gonna see if I can climb my way up to the top. Hey, stuff. And then knock it down from there. Which, nope, didn't make it. Oh well. I mean, it's pretty well gone anyways. I like to try to avoid wasting stuff if I can. Everything's worth something. Alright, so I did get a lot of oak saplings. So I'll replant those, and then I needed one for down below as well. And then I'll plant this guy, and then get some of its brothers and bring them out here and plant those too, because I'm sure I have some extras in here. let's go replant that oak I chopped down. I'll even hang on to them. I have extra food. Where do I put... Ah, here. Put that in there for now. It's probably not the right place. But... And then wool... Where does wool go? Maybe here? Or, that looks like cords. Nope, that's wool. Alright. Wool. And let's put the berries where they belong. There we go. And I'll keep the extra wood. Let's put the fence away though. Don't need those fence pieces out here. Think it goes here? Yeah, it goes here. Oh, apples. I forgot to put those away. So one of my favorite parts of this game is inventory management, or any game I play. I like maintaining, organizing my stuff. It's fun. Let's see, is there anything else? No? Okay. Take those saplings with me. I can go terraform a little bit while I'm out there. And this platform has 2 levels. No, actually it probably has more like 3, but this is an addition that I put on there not too long ago. They're empty right now because I don't know what to do with them. I think I intended to put villagers in here. And then I would swap this door out for a metal door so I could lock them in here. But I have villagers up above in a little village. I try to incorporate the villagers as almost like they're dwarves. I like to build stuff with copper and have them live in it that way. I think it just feels like as a theme that makes sense. I have a whole copper apartment over there that I have a bunch of villagers living in. I'll show you what that looks like. Let's see. I think that tree was right about there. Good enough. Let's plant a couple more. Like I said, let's terraform a little bit. Put it there. And it's pretty dense out here actually. Maybe one by the tree or the horse farm here, or what's going to be a horse farm soon. There. There's the apartment I was talking about. I'll show you that. I think I have to go this way. They're all in bed now, but they're out here. Right here. See, I put the iron door on there because otherwise they tend to run out and die, and I don't want that. So I kind of have to force my hand. And there's one dude. And then another dude in here, probably. Yeah. And I believe this place is like 4 stories high. That's how I built it. I wanted it to feel like a almost like a tight like metropolitan sort of apartment complex or whatever. Here's the porch, hot tub. Those are supposed to be like drinks. I know they're planters, but that's how I have them sitting around. That's like a long chair or whatever, lawn chair. Oop, how do I get out? Oh yeah, duck. Oh yeah, and then there's a you can get to the roof, and I put what is supposed to look like a helicopter landing pad, kind of. And I do have flying vehicles all over the place. Just there's a ship, airship up there, and I think I will have to teleport to that. But then I have like vehicles periodically all over the place, just to kind of make it look busy. There's a couple more out there by the bridge, sky bridge there. Another lawn chair with a drink. And then here's the next floor. Somebody in here. I think I have every room occupied. At least I tried to. That's their workbench. I should put more furniture in these apartments though. Make them look a little more lived in. Then there's like a kind of like a public forum, more drinks. That's supposed to be kind of like a chandelier, if you will. I'll put these trees in here for now. There's a lot of wood in there. I think I'll take some of that wood. Oop, I hear a spider. That's alright. How do I block? There we go. Just in case the spider comes at me, I want to know how to block. I'll show you a few of the buildings I have around here. This is supposed to be kind of like an art studio. I tried to do like this, I guess you'd call it like postmodern, artsy looking thing. Has a hot tub back here underneath it. But it's like a capsule, kind of. I saw it somewhere on, I saw a real building like this online, and I wanted to kind of design a Minecraft replica of it. It's very modern looking, angular, like that. And then inside it's supposed to kind of look like an artsy crafting studio. Some shelving, that would be shelving if you could put stuff on it. A place for two people to sit and have a pretentious conversation about how intelligent they are. Some art, and this would be like an art table, I guess, or a crafting table, something like that. More art. Then I have here, I'm gonna get my horse real quick. I have a whole abandoned, well, there's two abandoned villages. There's one that literally was a spawn village, that when I came here, all the villagers were dead. And the idea with that was to look like, by occupation, with me being here, maybe resulted in the downfall of their community. I'll show that real quick. So this was the spawned village here, and it's kind of, it's up on like land platforms or whatever. And then there's a airship there, or like a little vehicle. But I tried to make it look like what maybe caused this village to be abandoned. There's some debris. Is that through occupation, their church got destroyed. Ow! It got destroyed. Ow. Okay, horsey. Alright. Are we good? Does that replenish? I don't know if that replenishes. But yeah, so like their church is like, it's been destroyed. It's knocked down, the top of it. And I had to like individually keep track of, like, I would destroy a piece, but then like try to remember what that piece looked like and put it somewhere else so it was accounted for. I did that with all the pieces as best I could, and then I put the fire. So there's, I forget what the redstone, what it's called from the Nether. Is that what it's called? Hell or whatever in this game, and you can set them on fire with a lighter and they burn. So I have those randomly placed in the ground or inside the brick or whatever, and then I lit them. So that's why they keep burning like that. It creates the illusion of burning debris. But yeah, so this village is abandoned, but I did add, in case, somebody was cool and wouldn't wreck my stuff and they wanted to live out here, I did add a couple of houses of my own design. This is one of them here. And here, I'll just lock. Oh, he won't lock in there. That's all right. So it's got some furnishing in it. It's like a 2-room house. And then I added a couple more out this way. Actually, I have an entire apartment building. This thing. So I have scattered around the map these little pods. They're just small 1-room houses, or shelters. Not really a house, but like a shelter. And so I built this thing to kind of demonstrate how they're deployed. They land and connect to this central tower here, and that's why there's a couple kind of hovering out like that. Like that's supposed to connect there, and then on this side I did the same thing. That one's supposed to connect up there, and this building has an interior. Here, let me park my horse so it doesn't run away. I've lost a couple of horses by accident, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, see, he's already immediately trying to get out. And just in the meantime, while I slightly inconvenienced myself by sitting on the steps instead of walking down them, and the horse immediately takes that opportunity to try to get away. But anyways, so yeah, this thing has an interior as well. This is my national flag, I guess. And I tried to make it kind of look like the all-seeing eye, sort of, something like that, or the eye of Sauron. And this is the quick way to get up and down a lot of my taller towers and such. So up here would be kind of like where, if there were such a person like sitting here to like guide the pods into their slot. That's their job, and that's why there's one at all 4 sections here for the pods to land into. And then a few of the pods you can actually, that are parked, you can go inside of. So like this guy, the pod's parked, and each one has a bed. And then out in the wild, and I'll show you, scattered around the map, they'll have a bed, a crafting table, and a stove or whatever in them, just for just quick use. They're meant for like while you're out and about in the wilds, you can quickly get inside one to get away from the bad spawns. And oh yeah, my horse. I've been thinking about building more of those towers with the pods throughout the map too, but I haven't gotten around to it. But I might do that sometime soon. This here is a marker for the property. You can, in this server, you can purchase property in a certain area, and then you can secure that area to prevent griefers and whatnot. And you can also assign other players to be allowed to build within that zone. And so I placed around my areas, the areas that I purchased, where that field goes. Yeah, I forget how to activate that so you can see it, but that's what it is. So this is almost like one of those pods, at least. It's the same structure design, but I changed, rather than making it like wood walls with or like a wood floor and ceiling and stone walls. This one I did like a wood roof instead, but that's the same design. And then another house I built there. Here's a smaller version of the platforms that I build. This one's actually I've used quite a bit. That's why it's a little larger than like a starting one. Like not nearly as big as the main one, but still pretty decently sized. Here, I'll park the horse here again. Here you go, buddy. Stay put. So this one started off with just this smaller section, this room, and this is about like as big as they get when I first start them. Trying to think of what the dimensions are. It's not 9 by 9, because then that would only be the part that surrounds the staircase. So maybe 12 by 12, something like that. Hey, wood. Gimme. Ooh, I'll take the copper home too and cook that. Yeah, so it always starts off kind of like this, and then there's the, it's not called a stove, is it? A furnace, okay. Oh, is there iron in there? Hell yeah, dude. I'll take that, thank you. Yeah, furnace, crafting table, some storage, and then a bed. And then eventually it just starts building up, so now I have like a small farm up here with trees, so I don't have to keep chopping down trees out in the wild if I don't need to. I'll just keep a few up here, and then as my needs require, it'll just keep expanding. This will go out that way if necessary, and same with the garden. It'll keep going outward, and then eventually I'll build a copple maker, and then that'll definitely get production going. I'll start adding floors and keep going up from here, up and out as I continue to play in that zone and find that I need more more space and more tools, that sort of thing. But yeah, I just wanted to show. Oh yeah, in my my flag. I also like the color cyan. That's why I keep, like I know it's diamond, which is really durable, but I like the color, so I went with that with the armor there, and then I went with that color tone on my flags, and then again, all armor is diamond, but again mainly for the cyan color, and her shield. I put one of the flags on there too. So it's my favorite color. So I keep screwing up the controls. And then what else I want to show you? Oh yeah, so I one of my favorite builds, and it's one of them that took the most time, is a yacht, a full functioning. It doesn't travel, but meaning you can live there. It has all the same stuff that my tower and some of my other places have. I'll show you what I mean here. But I built a yacht, and I did that by looking at a few pictures of models of yachts that I liked, and then I also kept in mind the yacht from Grand Theft Auto, and then just built one of my own liking. So we'll head out there. Another this is my abandoned village. I call it abandoned because it's got vines all over, and there's spider webs here and there. Let's see, I think in this main mansion. Hey horse, hold on, don't run away. They immediately want to do that, and they go and die and fall off a cliff. Look at him go. What a jerk. Stay put. Oh, that's one of the old ones. I was going, one of my old flags, I was going with red and white, and eventually I moved on from that. But I guess that kind of shows like this was my headquarters with the old flag. I don't know. Whatever. Spider webs. And at night, I keep it dark in here enough where monsters will spawn inside this mansion, so it makes it a little spookier. Overlooking balcony here for the plebeians that come to visit. And I think there's a back door. Yep, there's a back door to this mansion as well. These are more of the those like pod design houses I was talking about. I think this it would normally they would not build out this far on one of the walls. It wouldn't be by 4, it'd be by 3, or 9 by, is that 9 by 9 or 3 by 3? I don't know how you would phrase that, but yeah, like, that's why the windows are twice as wide. So I made this one a little different, a little bigger, but the same design style. And then another, so this would be like 2 of them put together, 2 of the pods, side by side, making one full building. So that's my abandoned village that I built. And then another like art studio here to display. Where am I gonna park this guy? Park him here. And these lights illuminate the corners of the building at night, and that makes it kind of cool looking, having just the corners glow. And I'm leaving some of the doors open because nobody else is assigned to my territories, so they can't open doors and interact with them. So for a few of the places that if people walk through here and I want them to kind of check out my stuff, I'll leave the doors open so they can do that. But yeah, these are going to be full of art, and then this terracotta, I think is what it's called. I have a bunch of the terracotta bricks that I like earned, so I used them to make this place look fancy and artsy. Same with the glass. Those are like you earn stuff by performing tasks on this server, and this is the kind of stuff you earn. It's like unique glass and terracotta. So I used them in this art studio. Same thing here, and then more of the art. It's just a flag. Looks like a beach towel, but whatever. Oh yeah, and then a set of armor. You win a lot of armor on this server as well, but not all of it is useful. So like this, it looks cool, but it's not. You know, it's gold, so it breaks down really easily. Although that would be really useful in the Nether, so the pigmen don't attack you. I think that's how that works. And then more art, an apple. Impressionist art, when people paint fruit. I think that's what that's called. Yeah, and this thing took me. I think after coming up with the design and then finally putting it together, because it's slanted. Yeah, so I wanted to make it like an inverted roof rather than having like that piece would go there and that would go there, and then it would be like a normal triangular roof, like a barn. I wanted to do something inverted, so that's what I went with that. But I think this took me probably a couple hours to build altogether, just to get it where it is now. And like most buildings, like you start off with something, you know, like the support beams in between weren't there originally when I thought it was done. That sky bridge there, or whatever you know, that hallway that connects the two, that wasn't there, and I added it later. So you just keep like adding to it as you go, and then eventually I just considered it done. So this is pretty much done. And then a gazebo thing here at the intersection. So this is my yacht. I really like this thing. I tend to spend more time here than I do. I worked hard on this. Yeah, and this thing took me probably like 4 hours up to this point to be considered done, when I was like no longer adding stuff to it. This one took a while. Because I had to rebuild some stuff because like the measurements weren't right, or like certain corners weren't parallel. Some, like this porch, for instance, I don't know if this wasn't parallel, but to give you an idea, like, you know, it's like you build one side and then you're trying to replicate it on the other side, and you're off by 1 block, so you got to like demolish it and start over. The biggest challenge for this guy was building it partially submerged in the water. I'll show you what I mean. because it's easy to like build something on top of the water, but I wanted it to look like it's actually in the water, like that. And the reason why it's kind of challenging is as you're laying down well, first you have to build one block from the bottom floor up, and then start building from that around it. And you have to get rid of the water. Now, when I first was doing this, because I didn't understand how sponges work, well, I was doing it the old school way, where you'd place down. I would build it by section, so I do like the front section. Hey, what's that? That doesn't belong there. I don't like that. I'd build like the front section, and then block it off and the back, and then I would lay down a single block per block of water to get rid of the water. I would like use sand. I'd place a sand down to fill in the area where the water block is, and then break the sand, and then the area is clear. And I had to do that repeatedly, like sand break, or well, it's like I had to do it. I think I had to do it in like 9 sections, so the water wouldn't flood back in. So I'd go like sand, 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 like, and then break out the middle, and then go from there. Leave that row of sand, and then do the next row, and then the next row, break out the middle, to hold back the water, and then repeat, repeat, repeat until it was all cleared out. And that took a long time. But then when I got the base of the boat built all the way down, and I did it in like 3 sections. I think I did like the front, and then this middle part, and then the back deck. Then I just built the walls, and you basically make like a hollow, like a hollow section, a hollow boat, and then you fill it in. I built the deck here as a roof to the boat, if you will, and then like this would be considered the roof at the time, and then I started building on top of that. This would be like the feasting room. That's why there's drinks and cake all over. I think there's even pictures of food. Oh, portrait? There's no portrait. Yeah, like there's a fish. That's food. This is the main entrance, and that comes from the back deck, hot tub on the back deck with a canopy, and then there's the upper deck. So this overlooks down below the lower deck. And then this is kind of like a tent space where people can hang out, have a picnic up on the top deck. And then back here, so these are the steam engine pipes, or chimney. I don't know what the right word is, but that's where the steam comes out from the steam engine. And then I even have a captain in here. He's probably in his bed right now, but so that would be for navigation, or no, yeah, navigation. That's a compass, and then a map of the area that is my platform, my main platform out there. And there's the captain in his bed. Controls. These are supposed to be like monitors, like guidance monitors, while he's controlling the yacht. I have him locked in here with iron doors, of course, so he doesn't get out and kill himself. And then back to the main entrance with a tree planted in the middle of it. This is my main office with an aquarium. I haven't put fish in there yet, but I intend to do that eventually. To do that, though, I have to well, the hot tub's right above the aquarium, so I'd have to block out the water in the hot tub, and then knock the floor out of the hot tub, then place the fish, then build it back up. That's why I haven't gotten around to it. But this is like the main office. That's supposed to be like a grandfather clock. That's what these are for. And then the clock up there. It's not very well designed, but I tried. And the main entrance leads into the residential area. So I have a couple of rooms here. Notice this is all open as well, all the doors, because it is on property, my another assigned area that I paid for. But I want people to see it, but not be able to grief it, not be able to wreck it. So I leave all the doors open in case somebody wants to come in here and check it out. And these windows look out each side of the boat, and each of these windows have flaps like a ship would have, you know, in case to keep the water out on a stormy day. And then this would be a private quarters for somebody. Those are shelves, their own desk, a bed. And then it wraps around, and there's another room on this side. Seating area for people to sit and chit chat, look out the window while we're traveling. Another private quarters, and I tried to make it slightly different from the other one. I put the desk over there and the bed over here and the shelving over here, rather than like the shelves were there and then the desk was where I think the bed is. That sort of thing. I just to change it up a little bit. And this would be the bar and hangout area. That's supposed to be like a 1 second. Have an alarm. That is very loud. I apologize. Trying to find it. There it is. Sorry about that. I have an alarm that goes off every couple of hours. Wow, yeah, that was startling. Sorry about that. Yeah, like a pool table, and then tables to hang out. This is the bar. Portrait doesn't work anymore again. Need to knock those out. Drinks, and then the, I don't know what you call that, but bars have those so you can get behind them. These are supposed to be like arcade consoles. That would be like a joystick, and then that's the game. And then a button instead of a joystick. More joysticks, but they're facing the other way, so it looks like, you know, like the game's being played a little differently. So, and then back here is like a small garden and anchor area. So this anchor goes, so it's like, it's bolted down, I guess you'd say, to that column, and then it hangs out there, and then on the outside, that anchor actually goes outside and touches the ground. Another little small gardening area, some berries and bamboo and stuff. Oh, those ladders are annoying. They're supposed to be kind of like fencing, but you're climbing them. I have this area closed off because there's rare stuff in here, rare materials. But and that's what this is, the storage. There's some stuff here, and then also these often have like copper in them, cooking or whatever. Iron, gold. Stuff, this server allows you to sell mats on to the server, like directly to the server, and I don't want people stealing it, so. Let's see, whoops. I didn't mean to grab that, but whatever. Put that back. I'm just checking to see if there's any goodies in there. No, I'll let those cook. But yeah, that's why I have this area closed off, because I don't want folks, you know, who are checking out my yacht to steal my stuff. But and I spend a lot of time here. I tend to come back to this place as like my home base in this region of the map. Hot tub. Relax here. And I've actually I've even to like step away RL, I'll park my character in the hot tub as if, you know, they're chilling in there. A little bit of role playing. So that's my yacht. It's one of my favorite things. And then I'm gonna see real quick. I'm just asking how to teleport, because to get to my ships, and I have a couple flying ships, airships. You have to teleport to get to them because they're up in the air. So Whoops. TPA. What? That doesn't seem to be working. TP. It's not. That's not the right command. Let me see. Is it home? Homes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that brings up the list of homes. So there's airship, and which one is it? Oh, so this one's actually pretty far away from where we just were. It's across this. Once it loads in, there's an ocean out here. It's clear across it, and yeah, and it takes about 2 minutes to ride a boat all the way out here. And then I bought this territory as well, this property. It has old flags on it because it's supposed to be like, because I have two airships. I have one that's very modern looking, and then this one looks more like a traditional ship with sails and wings on the side here. Where the other one is more high tech looking. It looks like it has like hovering cylinders or something on it. I'll show you what that looks like rather than wings like this. So I put the old flags on this ship to make it almost look like this is how we first got here, I guess. Hey, one of my trees are gone. And then inside this ship, it's much more. The interior is much more simplified than, say, the yacht. These are like the well, you would flap the wings, but to do that, you would get people to sit here and like do it by hand with their arms. They would flap the wings. That's stupid. And I have 2 sets of those. And then more valuable stuff around here. Yeah, lots of copper. Look at that. And so I can sell all of that if I'm not building with it and make a pretty decent amount of in-game currency. And then these probably have some stuff in there, glass, food. Sometimes there's copper and iron, gold cooking in there. And even though this one's up in the air, I guess technically I don't have to teleport to this. I just recalled that. Unless somebody chopped it down. I do have a vine, yeah, that goes all the way to the ground. That's to get up, and then to get down, I have like a pool of water here. So you jump out. So that's, here, I'll get a better angle here. This is definitely an example of like a beginning platform. This one's pretty new, that's why it's so small. And then the airship from the outside. Can't really see the sails from this angle though. Let me see if I can get off to the side here. You can kind of see it there. Let me see. I'll just I could check the fly command, but I'll just do it the old school way. Give you a better angle here. I like using gravel to get up to places like this, because to get back down you shovel it and then you earn something. I forget what it's called right now. But yeah, that's the airship from out here. Oh, I didn't go inside the 2 rooms, but there's not really much to see. One's like the captain's quarters with a bed and a desk, and then the other one is like more of a commons area for people to hang out. It has tables and drinks in it. Very similar to what's on the yacht. Yeah, what is this that you earn when you do this? Flint. So, because I find I prefer to get up to elevations using gravel in this way, and then because it's easy, but then also when you knock it down to get back to the ground, you earn flint along with it. So you're achieving 2 things at once. So I like that. Where if I were to use like sand, or those bamboo platforms, you don't earn anything from knocking them out again. So I use grapple. And I think you use flint for arrows, and I tend to find that I use a lot of arrows. Although I don't have my bow equipped right now, but I to deal with a lot of creatures, I prefer arrows. The bad creatures, because like if I'm in a cave, I'll try to get somewhere where I'm elevated and away from it. I don't often fight things head on, and so when I have that advantage, then I just kill them from afar before they close in on me. Here's a little campsite area, drink, campfire, pleasant little thing. Another horse way out here. Oh, I'll show you. I have like a. Oh, this is what leads back up to the ship. But I have like a whole underwater area, and I'm trying to expand on this as well. I don't have any buildings really down here. It's just mostly a tunnel. But eventually, I want to build like domes that expand from these tunnels. That's like an entrance, and it's cool that those fence gates hold back the water. And that's how I build these. Is I'll build a tunnel, like dig, and I'm trying to think how I hold back the water while I'm doing that. Well, first of all, there was water in here, so I build. I think what I did, if I remember, so like I'll build like a 4-room section, like. Or a 3-block section, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, almost like my pods that I was talking about. And then I block the water, and then I use a sponge to take out the water. And then I leave the fences up because it prevents the water from flooding back in. And then I go back to the previous section. So like say like this was where this hallway ended, where the fences are holding back the water here. And then I start building this, like the walls and the floor to each section, and then I'll keep bouncing back for air so I don't drown. And eventually, when I have the hallway section built from one area to the next that I built out here, then I get rid of the water, and then I just leapfrog from there. So now I can stand here where the fence is holding back the water, say build this corner, and then keep coming back here to get air, and then I connect them like takes a long time, but yeah, this is my underwater tunnel. So like here's an example of where this hallway ends for the moment, but to continue it, I'll go out here and say build something right about here, right? Build a section, section it off, get rid of the water so I can breathe while I'm in there. And then I'll come back over here, get some air, and then I start laying down the wall 1 block at a time. I'll do wall, block, and then window, and then block, and then I try to close it off. But as I'm working along the way out here, trying to connect it to that next section, I'll come back and get air, and just keep going. It's out there. I have another trick about being underwater, which is dropping doors, because it makes a small section where you can breathe. I thought I saw one out here. Oh, maybe not. I better get to the surface. But if I had a door on me, I'd show you what I'm talking about. But maybe I'll find one of the things I'm yakking about. But I have like doors that are closed off with a small room. And when you set the door down on the ground underwater, it creates a 1 block space to breathe. But then I close it off, so it'll stay there. And and I close it off so I can put a torch down on the ground and it won't pop from the water, so it stays lit. I know I have those around. I don't know why I'm not seeing any of them. But they make, oh, like, there it is. This is one right here. So it's like a little 1 block space, basically. Oh, this one's actually a cave. But if I didn't make it a tunnel to dig down, it would just be, like, this would be 1 block, and then it would have a torch in here, and then I leave these gates open so you can see it while underwater. You just follow the light. I wonder where this goes. I'm like mining out here and I don't remember doing it. Wow, this is really far down. And I bet there are some more of those like door sections in here somewhere. Ooh, that looks spooky. Here's another room here. Pocket for air. I don't think I've gone that way yet. Oh, there's a door like hanging out. I'll go ahead and pop that since there's enough pockets in this area. But that's how you start. You do this, and then you build around it. And then you get this 1 block of space, and then I'll usually put the torch. Or no, you have to do 2, because the door's here. You get 2, you do 2 blocks of space. Let me see. I only have wood, but whatever, I'll use the wood. So I'll go like, boop, boop, there, 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 and then try to close this off like that. How do I do the roof? I think I go here and then above, and then there, and then I get rid of this, yeah, and then place the torch, and now you have this isolated little area where you can breathe underwater and continue exploring. It's nifty. Neat little trick. But I'm not going to keep this here. It's not necessary. I just wanted to show how it works. And then I'll take this door. How do I get out of here? I think I came from back there. So I'll take this door. And then go. Or maybe I didn't come from this way. This is just a cave. Keep the door handy in case I need it. Hey, copper. Alright. Wow, this could go on for a while. And I really like exploring underwater. Although it's kind of risky, you know, because you're drowning and such, but it's exciting. Place the door, then get in that space, and I'll try to get this iron here. Where was it? There, yeah. This would be the procedure. And you keep coming back for air as it's needed. It's hard to see, but that's why you want to make that closed off area to put the torch down so you can kind of see what's going on. But I'm sort of getting lost here, actually. I gotta be careful. Here's a pocket. It's the cave where I was. I'm just trying to find how I get back to how I got in here. I might have to teleport, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I might have to teleport from here. That's when I will use the teleports to conveniently get out of a cave. Let's see, I already went to the yacht. I don't know what outpost is. Oh, an arc. I think this is my other ship. Yeah, so this is the more modern looking one. And this one's right over my main area where we started. And so those are supposed to be like, I don't know, turbines? Like, they sort of look like wings, but they look more like they allow the ship to hover. At least that's what I was going for. And this is where everybody would sit, and I made it look kind of religious. Like, they would sit here during the travel, and then somebody would be giving some kind of like inspirational sermon about their frontier, you know, or whatever. And this is part of the piping that goes to the stacks here to make it look like an operating steam engine or whatever. Back room here for crafting and whatnot. It's not done yet, but and I think this side is another like forum space. Is it? No, I haven't. Yeah, again, I haven't furnished it yet. And then I got the hall or whatever where there's storage. I'm probably gonna section some of this off and put furniture and stuff in here. Maybe something back here that kind of looks like a complex steam engine operating system or whatever. Now, I don't think this ship has a way down. Oh yeah, I've been trying to make one. Oh, so it's not all the way down yet, but maybe I'll land in the water here. There we go. How do I get back up? Looks like a path. What's this? Just a little cave. Okay. Little bridge. Nifty. So, seeing that this is from underneath, so it looks like, again, it looks to me more like it's hovering than sailing like the other airship. That's my dwarven apartment again, or villager, whatever, copper apartment. We were there. I'll just show you some of the speckled vehicles that are around. And I make them very simple. They're just like a one room or one block cockpit surrounded by glass and sidewalls. And then they have like a small, like a 9-block space in the back for passengers. So almost like a little flying hatchback. Yeah. This is somebody else's build because it's right at the edge of my property line, and somebody came and built this little thing, and then while they were digging down, they eventually hit the property line. I think that's roughly. Actually, maybe they've been adding to it since I've been gone. So they're because I think the property line is right there on this wall, and so I think they're trying to they're trying to dig along the side of it. So somebody's come back and like added to this, which is kind of interesting. And I don't mind, like I could have either filed a complaint to one of the moderators and had this removed, filled back in, or whatever, but it's it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little hovel hole. They planted flowers along their path here off the main road. I'll show you my windmill. I think the windmill maybe took 1 or 2 hours to build. Didn't take too long, even though it isn't necessarily an easy design. right over here. I tried to make it look like it's abandoned, or because it's covered in vines and stuff. But am I in water? Oh yeah. But there's the windmill there, and then you can go inside, and I leave it open in case somebody wants to go inside and take a look. And this is supposed to be like where it grinds the wheat or whatever. That's why there's hay around it. So you'd put the wheat or whatever it is, and while the windmill's rotating, it causes this to. This would be a circle in conventional circumstances, but it would grind the wheat on the table there. And then up here is a bunch of storage. I think it's empty, but it's like the attic space. And then that would be the pole that goes up and connects to the windmill to cause the process of rotation. Those are terraformers, is what I call them. They're just a nifty little device with glowstone inside. And then they drop water, and the water creates kind of like a glyph formation, was my intention, to terraform the region. I have those dotted all over the map. And then this is supposed to be like the bridge in The Headless Horseman was the idea, the Disney cartoon. This would be the bridge he was crossing while the Headless Horseman was chasing him. Eventually, I want to build a big like a train, like a steam engine train, and I have the starting for where it would go. So these are like my my tracks here. That would be the rails, and then the wood planks that the rails are connected to. And then this goes down to a I'll call it a superficial cave. Like, it is a cave, but it's not as deep as it looks, because I put dark stone or some, like, what is it, black wool or whatever there. So see how it comes to a stop. So it looks darker than it actually is, and it makes it appear as though the train track continues down underground. I mean, I could keep going, and actually, but there's no point. It's not a functioning track. It's just an aesthetic, And then on the other end here is where I want to build like a steam engine with maybe like 1 or 2 cars that you could live in. Like, I want to put seats, and then like a a sleeping area on this whole section here. I want a steam engine parked here. And I have the little small train station here. And it's also supposed to look abandoned. Like, maybe it belonged to the, to the villagers. That is annoying. But the villagers over there, that abandoned village I was yakking about, perhaps it belonged to them prior to my occupation of this region. But so I made it look abandoned. I put yellow tinted windows in there to make them look sun stained or like fungus stained or whatever. Or are they green? I thought they were yellow. Green tinted glass. Spider web. This is where people would wait for the train to arrive. This is where the ticket master or whatever would be to, like, yo, this, can I not just walk through? Oh, okay. Like, they would stand here and issue the tickets. And then this is another, like, superficial tunnel. It looks like it keeps going, but it doesn't. It's just black wool or charcoal or whatever I used there. And I think everything that I like, this whole area, I think it expands in all 4 directions. Goes northeast, south, and west in all directions, with roads or sky bridges. That's what I call those. That's where my farm is, up there, where the pigs and the cows and everything are. And when I had built the sky bridge here, I was going this direction, and I saw this cool like natural platform connected here, and I wanted to get to it, so I stopped building right above it, and then I came down on the ground level, walked all the way over here, and then tried to calculate it to build from the ground, this tower, up to the platform. And I think I was off a couple of times by like a few bricks, but or a few blocks, but I made it work. Like off sideways, not elevation, because elevation is easy, you know, matching that. But I think I built it too far to the left or right a couple of times, and so I would have to like knock down one of the walls and then build up again. But I eventually got it right. There's one of my property markers there. This would be the corner of this piece of property. And out in this direction, I have a monster maker or spawner, but and it worked, but then one of the updates changed something, so it doesn't work anymore. And I haven't taken it down because now it just kind of looks like a nifty little monument or whatever. But yeah, the each of these pods that are closed off and there's no lighting in there used to spawn monsters, and you'll hear the water, and the water was set in such a way where it forces the monster to drop down. Like the water ends right at where the hole is, and the monster would drop down, and then you could chop it and collect the stuff. But then one of the updates prevented it from working anymore. I don't know why, but I haven't bothered to look in to see what the new rules are or anything. I just let it be, because it's kind of cool looking just sitting there, and it's right on the shore. So when you come in on a boat, a rowboat, you see it towering there. And this is built over a ravine, which I've pretty much completely mined. It goes into a few caves, but I've kind of cleared them out of anything that's useful, like iron and copper and diamonds or anything like that. And this road leads to another person's little hovel that decided to build. That decided to build near my area. I'll show you that. This goes on for a while, actually. Should have grabbed a horse. And I tend, for that reason, I tend to build these like stables for the horses. So like hey, there's another one of my like newer platforms out there. That's what they look like from a distance. But yeah, I'll build these like stables, and then I'll park the horse in there, hop off, and come and check out my neighbor's area here. I built this road. So like the person built this, and then they I built that road there to kind of get close to their property, but I didn't want to intrude all the way, so I stopped it in this little divot, this natural divot here. And so this is somebody else's build. There were a bunch of sheep in here, and unfortunately, I think somebody else came along and killed them. Yeah, see, I can't access those because they're not mine, because we're outside of my border. So I thought that was kind of neat that somebody decided to build a little place here, farming, a little garden. I thought that was an interesting base or whatever, home. Just a little canopy, and then you go down, and you're inside a little building. Thought that was neat. Camp space, something they built. I forget where this goes. Let's keep checking it out. This road. This is a bridge I built. I have bridges all over the place. I think there's a cave here to the right. Yeah, a little cave, and I haven't. Oh, maybe there's not much to explore. I was gonna say I haven't really explored it yet. I think I just marked it and moved on. I'll do that a lot. I'll put a roof over it, made of wood or stone. Put a few torches around the entrance of a cave, and then walk away with the intention to come back and check it out later. Oh, this comes to an end. Okay. That's the end of that. Ooh, look at that. Something to explore later. Just to save the trek a little bit here, let's just go back to the capital since it's right in that direction anyways. This is back at my platform, but I wanted to get to the sky bridge to kind of demonstrate what that is. Fireplace. Oh, in my little village, that's where the villagers are that I can go to for trade resources and whatnot. They're closed off in there so they don't die, and I have a sign that politely asks whoever opens the door, although nobody should have access to the door, if they do, to please close it, otherwise the villagers kill themselves, and I don't like that. Built this train track, although I saw that there's a way to make them like swirly so they run faster, so I've been thinking about adding that to this design. And I try to make the train tracks stop at each intersection. This leads all the way out to another tower to the left-ish, and then across the, that's the ocean that you cross to get to that first airship I was showing you. The old-style airship. Another vehicle. More vehicles. And I have those dotted all over the place. Again, just to make it look busy. This is the abandoned village down here. It gives you an overview of how the church was destroyed, and now the village is abandoned. And then here's another tower. That tower leads out to where we just were. And then go this direction. I always try to put the carts back into a storage bin. And then out here, this area isn't very well developed. I haven't done a lot out here, but I built the road to go out a long ways in case I wanted to like make intersections and expand out and build small villages and stuff like that. This would be an example of some of those pods. Oh, this one's made out of pure copper, but this is the design. There's no furnace in this one, but crafting table, a little bit of storage, and a bed. That's how snug they are. Little windows. Put a window on each section to look out for creepers. Oh yeah, horse stable. I was like, wait, what is this? That's where a horse stable would go. I think. Let's see. I was trying to remember which route has the longest road. I think this is the longest road. Oh yeah, so this is kind of fun. So I built that bridge because this road goes down and then under the bridge, and this will circle around and eventually connect back with the right-hand turn at that intersection that we were at. It goes out that way, and I think it makes a left and continues out into the forest, and then also goes right and then eventually connects back with that road, that the route we didn't take. So that's kind of fun. I like how that wraps around like that. And then this one keeps on going out into the wilds. bunch of, is this spruce? I'm trying to remember what, I think that's spruce. But yeah, spruce forest. I'll come out here sometimes because it's not as abundant as the oak that I have at my platform. Even though I keep planting these and growing them, but I use them as well because I like that light tinted wood a lot. It feels more modern than the oak planks. So I'll come out here and snag a few trees, knock down their foliage to replant them, and then head back. Yeah, I'm trying to recall just how far this goes. I think we're about to end the end of this route, but I'm noticing those mushrooms, and I think there's a village or something that has spawned out here that eventually it reaches. Yeah, I think it's out in the direction of that hill is where there's like a village. Hey, there's a spruce tree and it didn't pop. And I think, yeah, that's the end of the route. It's a pretty decent route. What's this? Ooh, cave. So what I'll do in this case is let's make some more planks, and then I'll make slabs because it multiplies by 2. For every 3 planks you get 6 slabs, so I like that. And then I'll let's see, I'll build it like 2 high, maybe 2 high, like that and that, and then 2 high again. I'll put one of these down here just as a placeholder to connect that, and I'll take that back and make a little roof here. So this is just a section off this cave, you know, to kind of show like I've been here in case somebody else comes along. Not that it matters, I'm not trying to keep anybody else from using it or anything. Let's go 3 wide. Let's go 3 wide. So I'll take these back. But just to kind of show that there's activity happening here, you know. I'll climb down to get that. So 3 wide, and then I'll just leave that alone. Well, you know what? I'm kind of intrigued to go ahead and just build this out like that. It's fine. It's fine. It's kind of weird, but it works. And it'll allow me to use these slabs so they don't go to waste or anything. That's good. We'll call that good. And then close that off. And then I might dig out a little walkway there. And now that I have this dirt, I'll drop that down to make it an elevated, like an even staircase, if you will. Ooh, it's getting spooky. There might not even be anything worthwhile down here, but oh no, that, yeah, see, that's got copper. That's starting to become something. So that's fun. I think I'll take back this row. That cow out there stomping around keeps catching my attention. It makes me think that there's a dangerous critter, but there shouldn't be. It's not nighttime. So yeah, it looks like a little something's happening there. You're going down there now? Alright, buddy. It's your home now. build a little structure for you. And being that it's right at the end of this road, it'll be easy to find again next time I come out here. So I think that's pretty much the tour. I know there's like a couple other little goofy things that I built here and there, but for the most part, that's all the main stuff. So I think I'll just explore around a little bit. I was gonna get horses. I forgot about that. Maybe I can do that another time. Actually, I think what I'll do is wrap this stream up and then come back with Grand Theft Auto. So I'll just go back to my capital here. Let's go put this valuable stuff in the oven, furnace. Oh yeah, my other little hot tub here with drinks on it. Let's see, is there already stuff in here? No. So let's get cooking. Get some more here. No. There we go. Put the flint away. And then the last one I'll put iron in there. Yeah. There we go. And I'll put the other stuff away later. And we'll call that a wrap for this this particular stream, for my Minecraft stream. So otherwise, until next time.